Alrighty, we are live. What's up, Arrow One? Titan Goji here, and it's pretty good to kind of take this time to have a little stream. I haven't really done one of these at all. Actually, I've only been on streams with monstrosities and all that, but never a stream of my own. So just figured I have a little Q&A stream to kind of close off the year a bit. We'll also kind of put in some thoughts on just this year overall. Like, it was a crazy year. I mean, I know it's a bit of an understatement, but it's pretty bizarre that we're all living in such a historical moment right now. And like a lot of people say 2020 has been terrible, which I mean it has, but me personally, I'd say it's probably like the best year I've ever had. I feel like I was really pushed to really find out who I was and what I wanted to do going forward. And I mean that's basically like my biggest takeaway of this year overall. And yeah, I mean and of course I'm very thankful of all the support I'm very thankful of all of the support y'all have given me. Like I truly am. Words cannot describe how thankful I am, especially for those who have stuck along since the very beginning, like Dillofo. Come on, man. What's up? Yeah, like I'm especially thankful for y'all, and especially with the Patreon and T Public. I cannot thank y'all enough. And wow, I gained like over 6,000 subscribers this year alone. Like, Jesus, never thought I'd be there that soon at 12,500, but damn, I mean, let's keep it going. Let's see. Hey Goji, what's your favorite Gamera film? Gamera 2, Advent of Legion. I feel like it perfectly encapsulates everything that makes the kaiju genre just so great. I mean, it has outstanding effects, outstanding creature designs, great characters, acting, scoring, atmosphere, everything. If you want to know more of my thoughts on Gamera 2, then you can check out part 3 of my Gamera retrospective, where I covered the trilogy, the Heisei trilogy, that is. Bonus commentary. It's up, Derek. It's actually noon over here right now. Justin Tang, what up? Not much really, just kind of reflecting on the year so far. Juggless, hey. Oh, played Doom Eternal yet? I have not, unfortunately. I want to so badly. That and Ghost of Tsushima. What's up, Zillapunk? Nah, didn't really miss much. Time travel. Do you plan on watching Kamen Rider Gaim? Yeah, I mean, I do plan on dipping my toes more into some Kamen Rider. I kind of want to start off. Well, I mean, technically, I started out with Zeto, J, and Shin, but I definitely want to watch the original Kamen Rider Black. I watched a little bit of Kuga, and I really like what I saw so far. And Agito. I hear Agito is a huge fan favorite, so I plan on checking that out too. I'll add Gaim to that list. What got you into the kaiju genre? It started off when I was a wee little lad. I was 4 years old. My dad got me and my older brothers Godzilla Save the Earth for the PlayStation 2, and we played the living hell out of that game. It was so fun. And then my dad told us about the movie series and pretty much got hooked from there. Will you do the history of King Kong just in time for Godzilla versus Kong? Yes, I do have something like that planned. Though it won't be called History of Kong. I kind of want to call it something else just to differentiate a little. Any movies where you prefer the English cuts over the Japanese originals? Geeter the Three-Headed Monster is one. I feel like the editing is a lot smoother, a lot more fresh and consistent in the English version of Geeter the Three-Headed Monster. I also love the English version of Invasion of Astro Monster, even though there's not too many differences. I just watch it just for the sake of seeing Nick Adams' like raw performance. Like it was, I mean, I personally prefer that version. I haven't watched the English version of Godzilla 2000 in a while, and I do hear some people prefer that over the original Japanese version. When will you talk more about the Attack on Titan anime? When season 4 nears its conclusion, then I definitely plan on talking some more about the anime. Don't lie, you were never little. Yeah, true. Save the Earth is the best Godzilla game ever. I agree. It's my personal favorite. Do you think the Attack on Titan soundtrack from the anime and live action is fitting for Godzilla? Not the anime, but I can definitely see parts of the live action soundtrack fitting it. Shiro Sugiusu's the legendary composer. Let's see. What Ultraman show do you like the best? I love Return of Ultraman. Thank God Mill Creek is releasing the entire series. And I've been able to watch. Well, I mean, I haven't watched much of the newer stuff, but I've been watching the original shows in order. And out of all the stuff that I watched, I absolutely love Return of Ultraman. I feel like the action, the characters, and the monster designs are pretty sweet. Kamen Rider 71 and Kugun's on Tubi. Okay, good to know. What do you think they should do for the Ultraman 2021 series? I absolutely loved Z or Zet, whatever you want to call it. I'm down for something a little different as long as they keep like the core themes of like what makes Ultraman just so awesome. And I think Z did a really good job with that. What anime is your favorite? I absolutely love Urusei Yatsura. It's for those who don't know, it's an early 80s sci-fi rom-com. It's pretty damn wild. I highly recommend everyone check it out. I mean, it's a bit hard to explain, but I highly suggest checking it out. Let's see here. Are you a fan of Samurai Jack? Wow, I have not watched that show in ages, but I do like from what I remember. I remember it being a pretty sweet show. Return of Ultraman is peak of Showa Ultraman. I agree. What do you expect to see in Shin Ultraman? I can kind of see them doing like a more modernized version of some aspects of the original 1966 series, or maybe something in a similar vein as Ultraman the Next, kind of. Not really expecting a whole lot, but I'm personally looking forward to it. Okay, let's see. Aaron versus Godzilla, who will win? Bit of a tough one considering what's going on in the manga right now. And also there's that one ability where he can pretty much talk to himself from the past. What are some of the hardest kaiju films to sit through? Let's see. Death Kappa. I am not a fan of that. Like, I get it's supposed to be like a spoof or a parody, but I mean, it's it kind of comes off as a bit obnoxious and condescending in a way. Like, I mean, I just don't like that movie. Mothra celebrates her 60th anniversary on July 30th. Will you consider doing a re-review of her movies? I kind of don't want to watch Mothra 2 again, honestly. But I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll give it some thought. Have you ever watched Ultraman Tiga? They have the full show and movie subbed on YouTube. I really want to watch Tiga. I also really want to watch Nexus. I I kind of want to watch. Yeah, I kind of want to watch all the original Showa era shows first before continuing on with the more modern stuff. But Tiga is definitely on my list along with Nexus. I love Nexus. Do you think Shin Ultraman will have sequels with Ultra 7 and Ultraman Jack? I can kind of see it being like a standalone, but maybe if it's successful enough, maybe they'd probably give a shot at Ultra 7, Ultraman Jack. Favorite Godzilla monster from Showa to Millennium. My favorite all-time Godzilla kaiju is Titanosaurus. First Godzilla movie I ever watched was The Terror of Mechagodzilla. And I always found Titanosaurus to be such a unique monster. So that's pretty much my favorite Showa era kaiju in the Godzilla series. As for Heisei, I got to give it to Biollante. I think Biollante is just incredible. It's absolutely impressive that they were able to pull off something that massive and ambitious when it comes to practical effects. As for Millennium, I got to give it to Monster X. I think Monster X is pretty kick-ass. Let's see. Have you watched My Hero Academia? The first 2 seasons. I've enjoyed from what I've watched so far. Let's see. But yeah, I do plan on watching some more of My Hero Academia sometime, just when I'm not so busy. Favorite SDF super weapon? Ooh, wow, that's a really good one. The Maser tank is really iconic, but at the same time, I got to give it to the good Tango from Final Wars, mainly because of Don Fry. Don Fry's badass. I mean, yeah. Plus, I mean, it's really cool design too, and a really nice like modern tactical update of the Showa Gotengo from Atragon. Opinions on Godzilla 1985. It's not bad. I can see why some people would think it's bad. Me personally, I really enjoyed and appreciate the fact that they brought back Raymond Burr for Godzilla 1985. And yeah, the jokes are a bit cringeworthy and just kind of don't fit overall. But I mean, it's not it's not like terrible. I wouldn't say it's god awful, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just going to watch the original 1984 version. Favorite Showa movie? If we're talking like the entirety of Showa era Japanese cinema, then probably Seven Samurai. I really like that film. Akira Kurosawa is a fantastic director. Let's see. Do you think Minya deserves more? Yes, Minya is baby and deserves more. I kind of find I mean, on one hand, I can kind of understand why people would dislike Minya but come on. This is a baby boy. What are some of your favorite non-tokusatsu or anime shows? Breaking Bad. I absolutely love Breaking Bad, especially with the sudden resurgence of Breaking Bad memes that happened this year for some reason. Let's see. I really like Daredevil. I don't watch much TV, honestly. But I do plan to watch some stuff like The Mandalorian and Chernobyl. Favorite Toho soundtrack not composed by Ifukube. Okay, it's definitely going to be a Masaru Sato score. I really like the soundtrack to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. I think it's a bop. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I really like the soundtrack to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, especially that one song that plays when Mechagodzilla finally reveals himself. Opinions on the NES Godzilla creepypasta. I remember checking it out a long time ago, back when Goji73 did like video versions of it. It was definitely interesting, but then again, I was like 13 or 14 at the time I read it. So I mean, I might need to check it out sometime again, just to see how well it holds up. What is something you wish you could have told first day at YouTube Titan Goji? I'd probably tell June 2016 me that you're not fully ready for what is to come, because along the way you will make connections with some outstanding people, some of which you wouldn't even expect, and you have no idea how far you're going to go. So, do you like Spectre-Man? Spectre-Man is another show I still need to watch. That, along with Fireman and Jumborg Ace. What animes do you know? A lot, actually. Mostly classic stuff like Mobile Suit Gundam, Fist of the North Star, City Hunter, Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, Mazinger Z, Gunbuster. I don't know if you would consider Death Note retro now, because that's almost, actually, nah, it's not retro. It's not 15 yet. As for like modern stuff, I like Attack on Titan, Space Dandy. I have like a whole list of stuff that I've seen. What do you think Godzilla's Singular Point? I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely interested in seeing how it's going to turn out. I really like some of the designs of some of the kaiju. I really like Gabra's design, as well as Titanosaurus. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Singular Point. Do you think Anguirus will be the Monsterverse? I mean, there what? Oh, I accidentally knocked something over. There was that one Anguirus skeleton in King of the Monsters, so I guess he kind of already is. Let's see. Okay. What is your favorite My Hero Academia Pro Hero? Mine is Midnight and Mountain Lady. I haven't really thought about it, honestly. I'll probably form a full opinion on that once I like actually catch up with the series. So, sorry I didn't fully answer your question. What is an underrated kaiju film in your opinion? Attack on Titan, definitely. The two-part live action adaptation of Attack on Titan, I think it's pretty dang underrated. Let's see. As for some other stuff, the original Mothra doesn't really get talked about as much as Rodan and War of the Gargantuas. Same thing with Frankenstein Conquers the World. Orochi the Eight-Headed Dragon, also known as Yamato Takeru, that one's pretty underrated. I mean, it's not great, but it's really, really enjoyable. Thoughts on Doctor Who? I definitely plan on watching it sometime. I haven't seen it yet. I do. I am fully aware of its reputation, how great it is, but God, I have a lot of stuff I need to watch. For movies by Honda not featuring Godzilla, I really like Matango. I thought Matango is pretty incredible. And same with Frankenstein Conquers the World. I really like that film. And the original Rodan, I mean, that's a near perfect or perfect kaiju film. Okay, let's see. What are some of your favorite other kaiju tokusatsu YouTubers that you follow? Actually, I'm gonna spill some beans here a little, and I actually plan on making a whole video about that. But just to name a few, I really like Daikaiju Tony, even though he doesn't really do a lot of like kaiju tokusatsu stuff. But he has appeared on my channel a few times, and he's just a blast to interact with. I really like Blue Nova. Up from the Depths has some good stuff. Scribe Productions, Monstrosities. Drawn a blank, but I will. But again, I do plan on making a whole video about that subject. Favorite Godzilla suit design, Bio Goji. I love me some Bio Goji. I feel like like it's a really nice like modern update of like the Showa era designs in a way. But like it's not as like exaggerated as like the Millennium suits. It's like that perfect balance between the two, and yeah, that's why I really like Bio Goji. Let's see. All right, where am I? You watch Vinland Saga. I love me some Vinland Saga. I haven't read the manga. I kind of plan to, but wow, like talk about just great, just fantastic modern anime. Like one complaint I do have about like a lot of modern stuff is that they don't feel as passionate as some of like the more retro stuff, but Vinland Saga is a huge exception. Like it's like the storytelling in it is just raw. The character building is outstanding. Plus the animation is just gorgeous. So Vinland Saga definitely gets my approval. What Japanese giant robot you think would work best in a Hollywood film? They already plan on making a movie on Gundam, so I'm just gonna say Mazinger Z. I mean, he's like, to kind of put it short, he's like Superman if he was a giant robot minus the alien origin and all that. I feel like Mazinger definitely has some potential. James Cameron was supposed to make one, but he decided to make Avatar movies instead. So yeah, I think Mazinger Z would be a great candidate for that. Favorite Attack on Titan season? Definitely season 2 so far. I feel like the first season is a bit hard to sit through, mainly because it's adapting material that was made when Hajime Isayama was still trying to find his footing as like a writer. And season 3, first half was a little but it didn't get really good until like the second half. Season 4 has been really good so far, and I think that might end up being my favorite, but so far I'm sticking with season 2. Thoughts on the MonsterVerse movies? I liked question mark 2014. I love Skull Island. I enjoyed King of the Monsters, but kind of looking back, I don't think it's that great of a film, but I do understand why some really like it. But I'm definitely looking forward to Godzilla versus Kong. And personally, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the last movie in the MonsterVerse. I mean, if the MonsterVerse ends with the Godzilla versus Kong, then so be it. I mean, that's 4 movies. I mean, there aren't a lot of film franchises that have 4 movies in them. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, 4 movies may not seem much, but it's actually a lot. I mean, that's basically an entire, well, I mean, not entire day, but if you took breaks in between each one, that's basically a whole day worth of movies. Would you review the Red Man comic? I really enjoy it and think it needs to be. Yeah, I really enjoy it and think it needs to be seen by more people. I definitely plan on reading the Red Man comic. I just keep forgetting where I can buy it, so I'm probably just gonna hunt down Matt Frank at next G Fest and buy some Red Man comics. That is, if he doesn't sell out again like he always does. Like past 2 G Fests I've been, like I always tell myself, okay, I'm gonna get the Red Man comic, but then I end up buying something else, and it's like, oh, I forgot to get the Red Man comic. So I go over to Matt Frank's table in the artist alley, and he's like, sorry, we're all out. And I'm just like, damn it. But yeah, I really want to read the Red Man comic sometime. Let's see. Barrett Heisei Godzilla movie, Godzilla 1984. Personally, I feel like just the build up, the characters, the scoring, like the entire atmosphere, the effects of that movie, like it's all just absolutely incredible. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites in the entire series. Oh, let's see. It's doing this thing where it's like every time I go to the bottom, it's like the entire list of questions pop up. I'm trying to get through all of them. If Godzilla collaborated with My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Seven Deadly Sins, Pacific Rim, DC, and Evangelion, wow, Jesus, would you watch it? Yeah, I'd probably check it out. Let's see. Is Godzilla 98 your least favorite Godzilla, or are there some others? Hot take. Godzilla 98 is not that bad. Not that bad, honestly. I mean, it's basically your generic monster rampage flick, but it's not terrible, I'd say. But and also another hot take, I don't think Godzilla versus Destroyer is a very good movie. I'm sorry, I really want to like that movie, and I'm very happy for those who greatly enjoy it. It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Favorite actors and actresses in Toho films. I think my favorite actor might be Akira Kubo. I feel like he's just outstanding. Like a lot of people talk about Akira Takarada, but not as many people talk about Akira Kubo. As for actresses, I mean, bit of a cliche choice, but I really like Kumi Mizuno. I mean, she's fantastic. Thoughts on the super wholesome and fun Christmas episodes from Return of Ultraman? I mean, you basically summed up my thoughts there. They're super wholesome and fun. I mean, God, I love Return of Ultraman. Favorite Evangelion design? I honestly like Unit Zero. I mean, Unit Zero looks pretty neat, and Yeah, mainly the blue Unit Zero. I really like the little Cyclops eye we got going. Let's see. I'm gonna answer a few more questions and then bring on someone else because he's waiting. He's waiting for me. Oh, damn it! It did it again. Do you think Mappa's doing a good job? The CG Titans are great, but I think it takes some of the original charm out of it. I think Mappa's doing a really good job with this fourth and final season of Attack on Titan so far. I understand why some might not like the CGI, but I think it blends really well with like their style. I mean, me personally, I think it's better than Wit's CGI. Let's see. Yeah, let's screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on here. Sean Barry, what is up?
What is up?
How you doing, man?
Is my audio coming in all right?
Yeah, it's good, man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sean Barry. He's been a long time supporter and contributor to the channel. He introduced me to films like Onibaba. Yes. That's the t-shirt, by the way.
Side note, go support Titan Go GNT Public, everyone.
Yep. And he also introduced me to Qui-Gon, which I absolutely love. And we actually watched Ringu a couple nights ago, which, I mean, it was good and all, but I was kind of expecting a movie about like a lizard going on a journey of self-discovery, like everyone's been saying, but it was just a movie about some cursed videotape. I'm spoiling your chain, Sean. I really liked Ringu.
and psychic Hiroyuki Sanada,
which is awesome, by the way.
Yes, it is.
But as for Rango, the movie about a lizard going on a journey of self-discovery, that's a great one too.
I saw that in theaters when it came out.
Really? Wow, yeah. Same here.
I really like that movie, actually. I actually rewatched it not too long ago. It's surprisingly really good.
Yeah, it holds up incredibly well. Not just as an animated feature, but as a Western as well. Like you really don't see a lot of that these days.
Well, also not only that, it had something that Nickelodeon's been lacking for quite a while. It had such an edge to it.
Oh yeah. I feel like I don't mean to be the guy who's all modern cartoons suck. I feel like there are a good number of them that do lack that sort of edge, but Rango is one I really enjoy.
Also, that man with no name cameo.
Right. And also, Sean, what giant robot would you want to pilot?
Oh God.
Put you on the spot here.
I mean, I guess it's a cliche answer. I guess Kiryu. I don't know why. Maybe just because of this recent revisit of Godzilla X Mechagodzilla, but I don't know. I feel like Kiryu would be unique to pilot, especially considering it's basically the reanimated original Godzilla.
Oh yeah. I mean, Kiryu is a great choice. As for me, I probably pick Mazinger Z. I mean, like
I still need to watch.
Yeah, and you should. Which, by the way, Sean, I highly recommend checking out Shin Mazinger Z Impact. It basically gives you like a good rundown of like what Mazinger basically is, but you also get a little bonus because there are some characters from Violence Jack in there.
Okay.
What would be your top 5 favorite anime of all time? Wow. Ooh. That's a big one. I'll go ahead and answer this first just to give you some time, Sean. Number 1's Urusei Yatsura. 2 is Fist of the North Star. 3 is Zeta Gundam. I love me some Zeta Gundam. 4 and 5 are a toss up between Attack on Titan and City Hunter.
Cool. As for me, are we just talking about shows or movies as well?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw in some movies.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go with the movies first then.
Let's see. I think okay, number 1's Ghost in the Shell. I love Ghost in the Shell.
Fair enough.
2 and 3 toss up between. Actually, no. 2 is Perfect Blue. 3 is Akira. 4, Fist of the North Star, and 5, Char's Counterattack.
Nice. As for shows, number 1's Cowboy Bebop. I know, cliche, but it's Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, totally. I mean, it's phenomenal.
2, you know what? I'm gonna say Paranoia Agent, which is a Satoshi Kon anime.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I still need to check that out.
Oh, it's so good. 3, probably Evangelion.
All right.
4, Death Note. I would say Death Note. And then 5, just because of this recent revisit and how well it holds up, I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z.
Nice. Dragon Ball Z is good stuff.
Dragon Ball Z, most of it.
Okay, fair. I mean. Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
As for movies, number 1, Spirited Away, easily.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
2, I'm probably gonna say Perfect Blue.
I mean, Perfect Blue is amazing.
Yeah, everyone, please go watch Perfect Blue. It's frightening though. Be warned, it's incredibly disturbing.
Yeah, it's a very unsettling and disturbing film. It's probably the most disturbed I've ever been while watching a movie.
Yeah. 3, probably Nausicaa. Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind.
Sweet. All right.
4, Grave of the Fireflies.
That's a great one. Yeah.
And 5, Ghost in the Shell.
Alrighty. Sweet. So we both have Perfect Blue and Ghost in the Shell in our top 5s. Let's see. Did you read the Marvel Ultraman comics? I'm fully caught up actually, and I really dig it so far. I really like this like new take on Ultraman that they're doing. It's not a retread of like the classic stuff, but it's that perfect balance between feeling retro and modern at the same time. I mean, it's got a pretty neat aesthetic, and I'm looking forward to the next issue where he's going to fight Bemular. Have you read the Ultraman comics, Sean?
I haven't.
Okay. I mean, I'd say check them out if you're interested. I mean,
I like the artwork.
They're pretty cool.
The artwork's nice.
Oh yeah, the artwork's definitely cool. Let's see. Yo, what up, Jay? What do you think of Cloverfield, and what's the meaning of life? If you had a cult, what would you name it, and what would be required to get in? Wow. Okay, first off, I think Cloverfield is pretty cool. It's a pretty sweet little film. Sean, what do you think?
It's all right. I'm not a huge Cloverfield fan. I'm sorry. I think the one I have the most respect for is probably the first movie.
It's all right.
But those 2 sequels, I could flush them down the toilet. Even Lane, I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan of Lane.
I mean, personally, I really liked Lane, but Paradox, yeah, just go.
No.
Okay. And what's the meaning of life? I'd say it is to give life meaning.
What he said. What he said.
If you had a cult, what would you name it, and what would be required to get in? Let's see.
I have one.
Wait, you have a cult, Sean?
No, I have an
Oh,
idea.
okay. What's
The cult of Shinya Tsukamoto.
okay? Okay.
And in order to get in,
Cult of Shinya Tsukamoto. I can get on board with that. And
and to get in, you need to have a
actually, I have an
love
idea.
of metal.
My idea for an initiation would be to watch Tetsuo the Iron Man while eating.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Have a full entree. Have a full entree ready and
Yes.
watch Tetsuo the Iron Man. And while you're at it, why don't you throw in Haze and Tokyo Fist?
Yes. Haze and Tokyo Fist. All right. So yeah, the cult of Shinya Tsukamoto. To get in, you need to watch Tetsuo the Iron Man, Haze, and Tokyo Fist, all while eating. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, baby.
Have a steak dinner.
Yeah. Let's see here. You know, I really hate how StreamYard does this thing where it's like I don't even scroll all the way down and it like completely jumps like way ahead.
Not perfect.
Yes, but so if I'm skipping a lot of questions, I'm really sorry about that. Sean, where are your parents? That's a really good question.
They're a city next to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm going out for a bit. Oh,
there you are.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. I was about to say, Sean, you're like 12, right? I mean, shouldn't your parents be with you right now?
No, I'm a newly born. I'm an infant, clearly.
I mean, clearly Akira Takarada thought so.
Yes. I'm taking that story with me to the grave.
Do you mind sharing that that little story, Sean?
Yeah. Okay. So a couple of years. It'll be 2 years. We're coming up. It'll be 2 years.
This was last year.
Last year. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's 2020. My track of time is gone. So I went to meet Akira Takarada at G Fest back in 2019. And there was no line. I approached Takarada. You know, he was very humble. And when we were getting ready to take a photo, he looked around and he looked at me. He's like, "Are you alone?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And he was like looking around for like my parents. He's like, and he said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." He thought I was a lost kid.
I mean, that's what I kind of thought when meeting you in person for the first time. It's like I was like, what is this child?
What is this short, scrawny, bony little blonde guy?
Yeah.
He looks like he looks like someone that Kenshiro and Fist of the North Star should be protecting.
Yeah.
one of the poor villagers in that show.
Oh yeah, totally. Plan on watching Paprika from the same director as Perfect Blue? I've actually watched Paprika, and I love it. It's a great one.
Yes.
Let's see. Have you seen Ikuru?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's sad too. Like, geez.
It's sad, but it's also uplifting, I would say.
Oh yeah, totally. Huge props to Takashi Shimura for being such a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Well, guys, it's been fun. Have a good day.
No. Sean.
Yes, I am the fetus from Shin Kamen Rider.
Oh no. Why
I
you have to
turned out
remind me?
okay though, right?
Yeah, you turned out much better than whatever the hell that was.
An abomination against mankind.
Are you a fan of the Transformers franchise? Yes. I love G1. I love the Unicron trilogy. And I love the Michael Bay films. The first four, not the fifth one. You a Transformers guy, Sean?
I'm a casual Transformers guy. I like me some Transformers. Am I a huge fan? No, but I definitely enjoy it, particularly Generation 1.
Yeah.
And I have a major soft spot for the 80s movie.
Sweet. Let's see. Worst or least favorite movie directed by Ryuhei Kitamura?
All of them.
What? What do you have against Ryuhei Kitamura, Sean?
I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm
not,
not.
not even Versus.
Not. I respect what the movie's done for Japanese cult films. I'm just not a big fan of it personally. No disrespect to the people that are fans of Kitamura, though. I realize that a lot of people love his movies.
I gotcha. I've only seen Versus and Final Wars. I'll admit, but
so which is your?
And I've also seen Azumi, the first one. I still need to watch the second. And while I do like those three, I'd probably say Azumi is probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
But I gotta watch more of his stuff like Downrange, The Doorman, and his live action Lupin the Third film. Let's see. Big props to Sean for taking on the chin like that.
I can't help it. It's structured this way.
Yeah.
Still not as glorious a chin as Bruce Campbell though.
Very true. Like no one can beat Bruce Campbell. Bayformers has soul. Yes, always.
The first one does. The first
do
one
not
does.
diss Versus. Sean, do you see what you've done here? You do not diss Versus.
I did diss the Versus, and somebody just dinged you.
So I am in my oldest brother's room right now. He said I could borrow it, and it's his MacBook. It's still in here. Let's see. Do you hear the rain out of curiosity?
No, I don't.
Okay. I've been seeing this question pop up. Thoughts on Monster Island, buddies? I think he's a great guy. He's got some really good stuff.
Funny videos.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
I will say though, my favorite are easily the early episodes. I think the early episodes hold up really well.
Oh yeah, they have lots of charm to them. Like just that era of not just YouTube content, but like Godzilla content on YouTube in general.
Monsters in Training.
Yeah. Let's see. Not gonna lie, when I bought Versus, I got it confused with another Japanese film, Battle Royale, which
really
is another really. Battle Royale is another really good one. I will say.
I love Battle Royale, but
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I guess I could see that. There's some similar imagery in both movies. Definitely some similar costume design and excessive amounts of violence.
Oh yeah, totally. Sean and Davis, what about Bumblebee? I really enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say it's a perfect film. I feel like I feel like it kind of comes off as a bit corny at times, and at the same time, it feels like a huge reactionary move to the reception of Transformers: The Last Night, which is awful. But I kind of understand why they like kind of push that out like almost immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a fun time, especially with John Cena in the film. Have you seen it, Sean?
I haven't yet. I heard it
Oh,
was pretty
okay.
good though.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say check it out because I mean, I don't know if they still plan on doing this, but there have been talks about like rebooting the live action films starting with Bumblebee, and
Yeah, I've
we've
heard about
heard
that.
yeah, like we've heard nothing from that in like 2 years now. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't think
Uh,
we're going to be hearing about it anytime soon, considering the current state of Hollywood.
yeah. Although an Optimus Prime movie would be cool.
Yeah, I would rather see that,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, like seeing his journey, uh, like becoming like leader of the Autobots, that would be awesome. Let's see. There's my brother's laptop again. Hope he doesn't mind if I close it real quick. Let's see. Sean and Davis, have either of you guys seen Ninja Scroll?
I haven't yet.
I actually have a funny story regarding that. So I bought Godzilla vs. Biollante on VHS from eBay just for the hell of it. And it came in, it was destroyed. Like
Oh my god.
in pieces. Like I was pretty mad and
How much
uh
did it cost you?
like $8.
Oh, it still sucks though. It still sucks.
Yeah. And so I messaged the seller saying, "Hey, this came in all shattered. Was it like this when you sent it?" And and he was pretty mad about it too. And so and so he said he sent me a replacement, but not the same movie, but it was Ninja Scroll. It was Japanese and subtitled. And yeah, just out of curiosity, I checked it out and it was pretty cool. I really liked it. I dug it.
Been meaning to watch it forever because I hear it's a classic.
Yeah, I'd say check it out. Let's see here. Have you heard about the aspect ratio changes in Transformers last night? I experienced those aspect ratio changes. My God, talk about a mess.
Wait, what aspect ratio changes?
Oh, in Transformers the Last Night, the aspect ratio is always changing for like no reason, like at all.
Really?
Yeah, like it would be full screen and then letterboxed and then a little bit more letterboxed and then a little bigger than letterboxed, then back to full screen, then back to a little bit letterboxed. Then it's always changing. It's so distracting.
Wait, did this happen in the theater?
Yes, it's no, actually it's the whole movie. The whole movie is like that. No matter
How?
I don't know.
Wow.
It doesn't matter if you're watching it in IMAX, the DVD, the Blu-ray. It's always
Yikes.
changing for like no reason. Like it changes aspect ratios like 13 times in a span of like 5 seconds in some scenes. Like
Wow.
it's so distracting. Like God. What is your favorite obscure monster film? Uh uh
Hmm.
let's see. This is a good question. It's a good one. Um yeah, we're really thinking on this one.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but a really good one, and I may have told you about this, is The Whale God.
I remember you telling me about this.
It's a Daiei production, and it's a period piece. Let me put it this way: if you like the tone and direction of Howl from Beyond the Fog, I think you would like The Whale God.
Oh, alrighty then. I'm interested. I'd probably say the Daimajin trilogy. Like I
Yeah,
mean, it may not be like that obscure, but it's not as talked about, and it's a shame because those films are just outstanding.
yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about saying Daimajin, but I think Daimajin is pretty popular amongst tokusatsu fans. It's actually surprisingly popular in Japan.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so that's why I didn't point to that example.
Uh, Sorry, Dad's texting me. Had to answer real quick. Okay, let's see. Thoughts on Dead or Alive? Both the game, Japanese mafia movie. Also, thoughts on Jackie Chan's City Hunter. I have like zero exposure to Dead or Alive. I'm sorry, but I have seen Jackie Chan's City Hunter, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoy it. Like it may not be great, but it's a lot of fun though. Have you seen Jackie Chan's City Hunter film, Sean?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Um, I believe I told you about the City Hunter anime
Yeah,
already.
yeah, you have.
Yeah. Jackie Chan's City Hunter film, it's basically the comedy aspect but amplified, mixed with his,
Hmm.
amazing choreography. Uh, like it may not have like the dark and dramatic tone that the source material has, but it's a fun watch. I'd say check it out.
Hmm.
Do you have any clue about Dead or Alive though? Because I have no exposure to it.
I'm aware of the game's existence. I've never played them.
All right.
I have seen though I have seen the Takashi Miike films though,
Oh, okay.
which are the Japanese mafia movie. Um, they're all right.
All right.
I wouldn't call them a high point in Takashi Miike's filmography, but I'd say they're worth checking out. They're basically the whole like gist of the Dead or Alive movies is like that they're played very serious, straightforward, and then at the last minute they go completely bonkers off the walls, like
Oh,
out of this world.
all right then.
Especially the first movie.
Okay. And oh, favorite video games of all time. I'll let you go first because you're much more of a gamer than I am.
Off the top of my head, definitely Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Shadow the Colossus is a masterpiece.
I still haven't played that.
Oh, you should.
I really need to.
Even if you're not a gamer, at least give it a shot.
Yeah, like
It's
I have seen like playthroughs of it, and it looks incredible.
it is. There's a lot of games that I really like. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna stick with Twilight Princess and Shadow the Colossus.
All right. Um, I mean, I haven't played. I don't really play much video games nowadays because I mean, I can't really seem to find time for it on my schedule. But I really like Infamous Second Son. I think that's a really good game. Uh, just me loving superheroes and all, and yeah, and I mean, I just thought the gameplay, the story, and style of it was just really fun.
Hmm.
Let's
Infamous
see.
is good.
Oh yeah. Besides the Jackie Chan movie, what are your thoughts on the live action French City Hunter? It is absolutely phenomenal. I love Nicky
I
Larson.
I
Uh,
I've been meaning to see it.
it's pretty it's hilarious. Like it has the perfect balance of comedy and drama that the source material has. It also has a Master Roshi cameo, and I
Really?
yeah, and I learned from another user on Twitter that there are lots of references to French television that I was
Oh,
unaware of. So yeah, like it's got something in there for everyone.
nice.
Which canceled idea for a movie do you wish was actually made? I rewatched The Crow recently, and I kind of wish that they continued on with that Jason Momoa version of The Crow that got canceled for some reason. I feel like it. I feel like it would have been pretty cool. I also wish they did Hellboy 3 instead of whatever that one was.
I refuse to see that.
What? Why, Sean? It's legendary AF.
I don't care. I don't care.
But Sean, the tagline is all you need to know. It's legendary AF. I'd say as F bomb, but
and I say that's BS.
I mean, at least it's aware that it's bad, but that doesn't really make it good.
I guess a canceled movie idea. It's hard to off the top of my head. Okay, as much as we pick on the Disney Star Wars trilogy, are you familiar with the original ideas that they were trying to do?
Oh yeah, I'm aware. Some of that stuff was pretty cool.
Especially what they were gonna do with what ended up being the Rise of Skywalker. I mean, like some of that is that would have been ambitious.
Yeah, like it's like a completely different movie.
Mm-hmm. I still gotta watch The Mandalorian though, because I hear The Mandalorian's great, and everyone's raving. Everyone's raving about the ending of the second season.
Sean, it's okay, Sean. I still need to watch The Mandalorian too. Let's see. Let's see. I've seen this one pop up a couple times. Do you think Gigan is an underdog? Personally, I think he's an underdog.
I'd argue he's the leader in Godzilla vs. Gigan. I'd argue that Ghidorah is more the underdog in that movie.
Yeah, and then in Godzilla vs. Megalon, he kind of steals the show for a bit.
And in Final Wars, he pretty much is the main baddie until, you know, Monster X shows.
Yeah. Also, that they use Revenge of the Fallen stock footage for the submarine scene in The Last Night, and you can clearly see Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen in one shot. Oh my god, I did not notice that. What the hell? Jeez.
Worst use of stock footage than Toho.
This is a nice morning surprise. Yo, what's up, Raph? How you doing?
Hey, Raph.
It did the thing again. Let's see. Let's see. Favorite non-Ultraman Toku show. I started watching Mirror Man. I'm not finished with it yet, but I do love it.
I'm gonna say Mirror Man. Mirror Man is a fantastic show.
Yeah, like I can't wait to finish it.
Does Evangelion kind of fall into that category too?
I mean, it's heavily Toku inspired, but I mean, it's basically Tokusatsu but animated.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your favorite Ultraman series, Sean?
Oh boy, I'm a little on the spot here. So my exposure to Ultraman is very limited. The only Ultraman content that I've seen is the original show, Tiga, and then the movie The Next.
Oh, The Next is really good.
Between the two shows, I like Tiga more personally, but my favorite Ultraman content at the moment has to be The Next. I really, really enjoyed The Next, and I think The Next, if anything, is a good contender for those who want to get into Ultraman, who are unfamiliar with Ultraman.
I highly agree.
I would say The Next is my favorite Ultraman related, even though it's a movie, not a series.
I can wait for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Are there any AniTubers that you follow besides yourselves?
No.
Not really. I mean, I like some of Super Eye Patch Wolf stuff. I like some of Caribou stuff, but like, I feel like it's kind of all the same in a way. I feel like there's some really good like topics that could be discussed. Like piracy is a huge topic when it comes to anime. Like you have like these big figureheads and like working in Funimation and Crunchyroll and like all that good stuff saying that piracy is bad. Ironic that Crunchyroll started off as a piracy site, but like you have people in the industry talking about why piracy is such a bad thing, and it's like they're always saying, oh, if you can spend hundreds of dollars on all this like merchandise and stuff, then you can get a subscription. But like, here's the thing though, like like some localized versions of numerous anime, they're like a lot of them are pretty hard to come by, making it even harder to support original creators and whatnot. And that's why people mainly stick to piracy. And, and sometimes official translations of stuff like aren't necessarily that good. I think I think one big example of not so good home video releases are basically every home video release of Dragon Ball Z. Like none of those are good, except for the Dragon boxes, which are out of print, making it even harder. So it's like people have more reason to stick to piracy. Like,
why must you mention those box sets?
Because you see, Sean, because those orange bricks are so cheap and a lot more accessible, we're just going to keep pumping them out because people keep buying them.
And let's put them in a let's put them in a steelbook release.
Yeah, and change nothing except actually give them 4:3 aspect ratio, but still make it look like trash.
You know, Funimation should do other things like re-releasing Shin Godzilla. Oh wait.
Don't even remind me of that terrible cover art. Using the Yakuza font of all things.
I know. No, I don't really follow any anti-tubers personally. I mean, I'm sure there's some really good ones out there. It's not really something I really follow personally.
Yeah, and sorry if we like derailed like completely off that, but again, I watched some of Super Eye Patch Wolf stuff as well as Caribou-kun. Caribou-kun did a really good video on Space Runaway Ideon, and we could definitely use
Super. What was that first one?
Super Eye Patch Wolf.
I do follow him. I like his stuff a lot.
Yeah, his videos on Akira and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Dragon Ball are really good. I like those.
How about the video he did on Perfect Blue?
Oh yeah, yeah. His Perfect Blue video is really good. Let's see. Legendary doesn't mean good. Ask Devilman live action. Don't see the new Hellboy. Don't see the new Hellboy. It was without a doubt the worst movie I saw all of last year. Howdy, congrats on 21 years, Davis. What's up, Kaimo? Thank you very much. Let's see. Who would win a fight, Tetsuo the Iron Man or Tetsui with his Lady Guard alarm?
Tetsuo the Iron Man after he combines with the metal fetishist. That's my answer.
But here's the thing though, Sean. Would Tetsuo be affected by that really loud and obnoxious alarm that Tetsui made in Monster Zero? Because you got to think about it. That's also metal.
Honestly, it probably would just fuse. It would probably just fuse with Tetsuo.
Yeah, he would become the alarm.
He would, yeah, and he'd become 10 times deadlier.
Yeah, and even deadly to aliens.
Exactly.
Is Twitter evil? Simple yes or yes answer. Oh, that's a tough one. I'd say yes, but I'm gonna have to go with yes on that one. What about you, Sean?
Yes, but I can't help but also say yes.
All right, let's see here.
Despite the fact that I still use it.
Same, unfortunately. Even though less than 2% of my channel traffic is actually from Twitter. Lizard versus monkey and Godzilla versus Kong. Who would win? Monkey. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, monkey. He'll just eat the lizard. Look what he did to that poor snake in Kong 76.
Oh yeah, I mean that's brutal. That's pretty brutal. Thoughts on the Toei Spider-Man series? I know you haven't seen it, Sean, but I highly recommend you check it out. It's pretty awesome. And if you have Disney Plus, definitely check out the Marvel 616 documentary they did on the Toei series. Like it's probably the best tokusatsu documentary like I've seen. It's very
Oh,
very
really?
yeah, it's like it's very well made, well put together, very respectful to like the creators and the show itself, as
Oh,
opposed
that's cool.
to just, hey guys, look at this weird, crazy Spider-Man show where he has a giant robot and a machine gun.
And it's from Japan.
It's from Japan. Wow, it's so wacky. Isn't Japan weird, guys?
I know.
Waiting for Mill Creek to release Next and Nexus. Yes, I'm
Yes.
looking forward to it too. What's your favorite Godzilla design, Sean?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna say it, the 84 suit. I love the 84 suit. I just think it's a really, as much as I love the GMK suit, I think the 84 is like a quintessential example of how you do a modern, well, at the time, modern update of the classic design.
Oh
It
yeah.
definitely it made Godzilla threatening again. I just think it basically is like a good modernization of the 54 design.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
can see that.
and I personally don't have a problem with the face. I think the face is great. Yeah, in some shots the eyes look a little dopey, but like most of the time anyways, like
Yeah, well,
there's always
that's because they're changing back and forth between like a suit, a puppet, and the Cybot.
in the Cybot, but like the shot of him after the Super X gets crushed, of him just like looming over,
Oh
like
yeah,
yeah,
that
that's
is badass.
that's awesome.
I
So
don't know.
I would say the 84 suit.
I don't know if you were here earlier, but I said Bio Goji. I feel like it's that good
Hmm.
balance between like classic and modern Godzilla.
I think also of all the Heisei films, that's the one that utilized that design the best, without him coming off like really, because it's just the right amount of bulk. It's not too bulky to the point where how he looks in Mechagodzilla 2.
Hmm.
Um, Also, I love how expressive the face is in Biollante.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
My
really
my
like that.
only my only complaint with the Biogoji suit is whenever it's
The water suit. Yeah, that
well,
water suit is ugly.
well, it's not so much that it's ugly. I think the suit looks good, like it's nicely detailed, but the head doesn't match at all.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The head, he looks like a cone head.
Yeah.
He looks like a cone head from SNL.
Yeah. Do you guys think Criterion will try and get a licenses for the rest of the Godzilla movies and do collection packs in the same way they did for the show era? That will depend whether or not Sony actually like uh stops uh distributing them in a way, because I'm pretty sure Sony still have like I'm pretty sure they still have the distributing rights to um everything from King Ghidorah up to Final Wars. So
Okay.
it's but at the same time, Sony's. I mean, there's some greedy bastards up at Sony, so I kind of doubt
Well,
that'll happen.
it's Sony.
Yeah.
Honestly, realistically speaking, I think there would be a higher chance of like the Heisei Millennium films or even Shin Godzilla getting updated um, quintessential releases by Arrow Video, just because I feel like those
Yeah,
movies.
I can see that.
Because the thing with Criterion is that they're very picky with the type of movies that they usually. Well, they didn't always used to be that way, but I feel like nowadays they go strictly for the Academy Award winning movies or like the very art house type movies. And that's not a jab
Yeah.
at those type of movies, but it's just like that's clearly what they're going for. Whereas Arrow Video, I mean, Arrow Video picked up the rights for the Japanese Invisible Man movies recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So honestly, I think it would make more sense if Arrow Video was going to do like a box set for the Heisei films, the Millennium films, and I totally think this would be a big money maker for Arrow Video if they like did a Shin Godzilla Blu-ray,
Oh
have like
yeah.
have a, first off a better transfer, but also have special
Yeah.
features, guys.
Yeah,
So
and
I think
it's pretty ironic that for the same
yeah.
price as Funimation's Shin Godzilla Blu-ray, you can get a bootleg with all the bonus features from the Japanese release.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if for those who don't know, it rhymes with Boa Hideo.
So yeah, I think personally it would make more sense for Arrow Video to do releases of post Heisei or post
Yeah.
Showa Godzilla. Uh-oh. Looks like the stream is. Oh, there you
That
go.
was weird.
That was
Yeah.
weird.
All right. You were saying, Sean?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, you were saying something before it totally like bugged out. I didn't catch any of it, unfortunately.
Oh no, I was just saying I think it'd make more sense for Arrow Video to do post Showa Godzilla releases.
Yeah, especially after that whole like Gamera set.
Well, and now they're doing the regular
Oh
releases
yeah.
of the Gamera. Yeah, which I got to say the regular editions they look pretty cool.
Oh
I
yeah.
do envy that
I
I envy that they have the reversible slip covers though. We don't get
yeah.
because I personally I love when Blu-ray releases do that. They have, you know, a cool artwork, and if you're not happy with the artwork, here's the original poster.
Yeah, that's a really neat touch. I guess I
Um,
gotta stick with a giant book,
it's still
which
listen,
which isn't bad.
it's not bad. That listen, the what content is on that box set is still phenomenal.
Right. Uh, Yo, Tiffany, what's up? Are you curious and or excited about Hathaway's Flash? I'm definitely looking forward to it. I did hear that the original story does have a bit of a mixed reception amongst Gundam fans. And Sean, in case you're out of the loop, Hathaway's Flash, it's a follow-up to Char's counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember the character Hathaway?
Mm-hmm. I do.
He's all grown up, and it's centered around him. And they're
Oh, that's
doing
cool.
yeah, and they're adapting the original story into 3 films.
Listen, sometimes an adaptation, despite mixed reception, could turn out a good product. I mean, here's an example. Look what happened with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You know,
Oh yeah,
beforehand, you know, Miles Morales was not a highly didn't have a positive reception in the comic book community. Just
and now
because of
people
how
love him.
now, but because of the movie, they love him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, they truly did him justice in that film.
Mm-hmm.
That and the new Spider-Man game like did a really good job handling him too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Most anti-tubers are trash. You are not. Thank you.
I
Okay,
want to see. I want to see like an Evangelion style title. You are not trash.
Evangelion 5.0. You are not trash. Okay, let's see here. Have you seen the original Dragon Ball? It's very underrated.
Yes,
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not in its entirety, and I really enjoyed what I saw from it.
it's
Uh,
great. It's really good.
yeah,
I would.
I really got to sit down and check it out. Like, just marathon it.
I feel like Dragon Ball. People that will say, "Oh, Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise doesn't have good writing." I would say then at least check out Dragon Ball because Dragon
Yeah,
Ball is a really well written show.
yeah. Let's see. Have you ever watched SSSS Gridman?
I haven't. Sorry.
I have. Um, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I need to watch it again just to form like a full opinion on it.
Mm.
But I really liked what I saw. Do you plan on picking up Precursor sometime in the future, since it's a very tokusatsu inspired anime, like a lot of magical girl anime usually are. I'm not too familiar with the Precursor, but I kind of want to check out the original Sailor Moon first before I dip my toes into that little genre.
Mm.
Are you familiar with any magical girl stuff,
No,
Sean?
no.
All right,
Does Paprika count? That's magical-ish.
you have a point.
But
And
then again, that's also Satoshi Kon. So
yeah, and I guess in a way you could say Perfect Blue is a pretty magical in how disturbing it is.
well,
Yeah,
if anything, I would say Perfect Blue is like a giant critique of magical girl anime or just fandoms in general. I would say that's what Perfect Blue is.
yeah, like not specifically that, but just how yeah, like dark side of like
Oh, the fandom, yeah.
yeah. What are some of your favorite TV shows, Sean?
Well, I love Cowboy Bebop, as I mentioned. Uh, Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is a
Oh yeah,
phenomenal show. Um,
wait, film.
I said show.
Oh, I thought you said film for a moment.
No, I said show.
All right, all right.
Well, there's the Breaking Bad movie.
El Camino, yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Yeah.
I still need to watch Better Call Saul though.
Yeah. I only saw half of the first season. What I saw though was really good.
All right,
Um, I'm a big fan of British comedy shows. Like I love Monty Python's Flying Circus. I love Faulty
nice.
Towers. Um, to go into animation again, just because I recently rewatched it, I adore Ed and Eddie. I think Ed and Eddie is one of
Yes,
the. I think it's one of the funniest shows ever,
I love Ed and Eddie.
and it's on HBO Max. Everyone,
Wait, is it?
um, yeah,
I thought it was coming to HBO Max.
it's coming. It's going to be going to. That's what I meant to say. It's going to HBO Max.
Sweet.
Um,
I'm super looking forward to that.
Also, huge fan of Samurai Jack. Love Samurai Jack, and I also love one more show off the top of my head. Oh, Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that's a great one. Let's see. What happened if Christopher Nolan directed a giant monster movie?
Hans Zimmer, pretentious themes, slow motion, 3 hours.
Oh come on. I mean, I can kind of see where you're going with that, Sean. But I mean, Christopher Nolan's got some good stuff.
Oh no, he does. He totally does. Like he's made some great films, but I'm just saying he has a tendency to be like, look at me, I'm artsy. Cough cough Interstellar.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Um, it would be cool though. I just don't exactly see how it would go if you were to do a giant monster film.
Oh, if he were to do a giant monster film in perhaps like the style he did Dunkirk, that I'd be interested in seeing.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I'm on board with that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Fist of the North Star? Fist of the North Star. I
I
mean,
haven't seen JoJo's. I haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure yet, but even
it's pretty awesome.
I hear it is, but I doubt it's gonna top my boy Kenshiro.
Yeah, I mean, like I love JoJo and all, but Fist of the North Star. I mean, I gotta go with that.
You're in shock.
You have 24 hours to explore Japan however you see fit. Do you scout your favorite Tokyo locations? Do you visit Toho Studios? What do you do? All of the above. I especially want to check out Akiyoshidai Quasi National Park, which was where they shot like some scenes in the live action Attack on Titan films, where like mainly when it's like fields, like that place looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'd love to check it out sometime. Sean, you've been to Japan, so yeah.
Honestly, I would personally just visit locations in Japan that I really want to check out. Personally, like I would also though like to visit some locations that like some of my favorite movies were shot. I definitely want to visit Shizuoka, which is where Seven Samurai was filmed. Because it's a very beautiful. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, Sean. The stream, yeah, it bugged out again. What were you saying?
I would love to visit Shizuoka, which is where Seven Samurai was filmed.
Oh, okay.
Because man, is it a gorgeous, gorgeous part of Japan. I would love to visit Kyushu, which is where Howl from Beyond the Fog takes place. Have you looked up photos of what Kyushu looks like? Stream.
Yeah, it bugged again. It probably has to do with the rain.
I said, have you seen what Kyushu looks like? That's another place I'd like to see. That's where Howl from Beyond the Fog takes place.
Oh, wait, it bugged out again. But did you say Kagemusha?
No, Kyushu. That's where Howl from Beyond the Fog takes place.
Oh, okay, all right.
Very, very beautiful area.
Sweet. Okay, Sean, this might be a question for you because I haven't seen them. But have you seen the Sonny Chiba Street Fighter films?
I haven't. I haven't been meaning to. I've been Sonny Chiba. Like I've been meaning to explore like his filmography. I unfortunately haven't at the moment.
All right.
It's not artsy enough. No.
There's also. Do you guys think Super is better than GT? I mean, I couldn't really get into Super, but I never really bothered with GT because I hear that doesn't have a very good reputation in the Dragon Ball community.
It sucks. GT sucks.
As for Super, I do love I do love the three movies that they did: Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Broly. I love those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't watched the Super TV show. I do love the three Dragon Ball movies that came out recently.
Here's hoping they do Cooler next, because I'd love to see them redo Cooler.
Yes.
It better have a new metal soundtrack too.
Put a Tool song in there.
Yes. It needs Tool.
We need a Tool song in a Dragon Ball movie, people. Yes, because by then the pieces will fit. That's a reference to one of their songs. I don't know if you caught that. I got it. Okay, cool. And we watch the battles happen vicariously. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, have you heard about Viz Media licensing the Fist of the North Star manga? Yes, and I am super looking forward to it because Viz has tried in the past to like localize Fist of the North Star, but it just didn't really do that well. Finish it. And now, yes, finish it. And now, like everyone's reading manga now. Like it's
like now could not have been a better time to actually like start getting to that. They're hardcovers too, which is even better.
Yes.
Yeah, like their JoJonium releases for the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga. Like I'm super looking forward to that.
I love Fist of the North Star, so I am very, very curious to check out the manga.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Oh,
Oh, you. Oh, there
what's
we go.
favorite Japanese horror films? Ooh, okay. It's a toss up between House, Onibaba, and Ringu.
Oh, you like Ringu that much?
Yeah,
Nice.
I really like Ringu. What about you,
Um.
Sean?
Oh man, there's a lot I like. Love Audition by Takashi Miike.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Although I understand that movie's very disturbing, and for some, one sitting is enough. But I love Audition. I think Audition is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's really good.
Onibaba. I mean, need I mention?
Yeah.
Onibaba is a masterpiece. House is great. Matango is a classic.
Oh yeah.
Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is technically a horror film.
Yes.
And of course, Ringo. I can't forget Ringo.
Alrighty. In Japan, I would want to visit Super Nintendo World. Oh my god, I lost my mind when I saw the video.
Oh yeah,
Also,
I do want to
they
visit
said they
that.
plan on doing it in America too. I saw that too, and it looks amazing. Just it's really mind blowing that they're able to pull that off. Like
Yeah,
wow.
it's awesome.
Let's see. Have you watched season 4 of Attack on Titan yet? And if so, what are your thoughts on it so far? It's an absolute banger of a season so far, and that cliffhanger at the end of the 4th episode, chills. I know you haven't watched the animation, but season 4 has been doing really good so far. Like it's been doing so good that every week it's been trending on Twitter.
Yeah, I've noticed. Oh,
Yeah.
since this is a live stream, I can publicly say this. The live action Attack on Titan movies are pretty good. Changed my mind.
Yes, they are pretty good. Like Jesus. I mean, I talked about those films to death already.
Yeah. I can't defend the fact though that they were split into two movies though. I wish it was just one movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like it would have been better if they were both combined like into a singular like epic. You okay, Sean?
Yeah, just clearing my throat.
Okay. I'm hoping that Viz Media will license City Hunter. Yes, I hope so too. Let's see. Favorite horror manga by
Ooh.
Junji Ito.
Uzumaki.
I've actually read parts of Uzumaki and I really like it so far.
Yeah,
I do love the enigma of it was called Amigara Fault, I think it was.
mhm.
Have you read that one, Sean?
So far my only exposure to Junji Ito is through Uzumaki, but I thought Uzumaki was phenomenal.
Okay, so the enigma of Amigara Fault, it's really short, but really creepy. Have you at least heard of it?
I've heard of it, and I've seen screenshots.
Oh, then you must know what it's about, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. It's Junji Ito.
Yeah,
You're going to be
it's
disturbed in some shape or form if you're getting into Junji Ito. That's like saying, "Oh,
oh yeah.
expect kittens and rainbows going into a Takashi Miike film." I mean, come on.
All right. Have you seen the new show from the creator of Samurai Jack Primal?
Yes, I have. It is fantastic. Davis, you've got to watch. You need to watch
Yes,
Primal.
I I know I'm so behind on a lot of stuff.
Well,
Let's see.
are you familiar with what it's about?
Not too much,
Just know that.
but I think I do have like the basic gist of it.
Just know there's not a single line of dialogue in that show.
That I did hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like collecting physical copies of movies or watching them online?
Both.
I like physical just for the sake of convenience. And when it comes to watching stuff online, here's the thing about like licenses when it comes to like services. They can expire, and whether or not those companies choose to renew them is totally up to them. Like, I have no control over that whatsoever. So I'm probably better off owning like a physical copy. Like, I was actually talking with someone who just bought the Blu-rays for the original Mobile Suit Gundam series, which are ungodly expensive. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then like the week after Funimation puts out the original Gundam on their service, even though they're missing the first episode. Like, how do you miss the first episode? But
it's Funimation.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, so I spent $100 on Gundam Blu-rays for no reason. And I basically reassured him by saying, hey, I mean, it's gonna expire. You're completely better off with those Blu-rays anyway. Plus, they're missing the first episode, so yeah.
Generally, I still prefer collecting physical copies of movies. But you know, I'm not against watching a movie online, especially if a movie is limited to only streaming availability.
Right. Let's see. How would Hollywood do a live-action Attack on Titan film? They're actually working on one. It does have a director, Andy Muschietti, who did the It films and is directing the Flash movie. On one hand, I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, it's going to be painful to see that the 2015 2015 version be totally forgotten because of it. I just fear that possibility.
I don't think the live action movies are going to be forgotten because of that. If anything, and this is a morbid prediction of mine, if anything, if it turns out to be really, really terrible, if anything, it'll make people appreciate the Japanese live action films.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm praying to God. That's what I'm hoping.
I hope it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds really messed up, but I want it to suck so badly.
Right. Well, here's my question. How are you going to top Haruma Murai's portrayal of Eren? That's my question.
Yeah, like
that's a
Haruma
big shoe to fill.
Yeah, I mean, man, God rest
his soul. Or Mira, sorry. Haruma Mira. I said Mirai, sorry.
Mira. Yeah. Let's see. What do you expect for G-Fest 2021? A bigger building, thank God.
Me not going.
Air conditioning that actually works.
A better security system.
There's a lot of other stuff we could talk about.
There's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
This is a positive stream. Let's not talk
especially
about
concerning that. Yeah, especially concerning JD Leeds and Robert Scottfield. Let's no.
Oh, you mean crybaby? You mean a crybaby and a con artist? Oh.
We'll just call him Robert Scott Fraud from now on. Let's see, Sean. This question popped up a couple times. Is audition torture porn as well?
No, it isn't. There is
not.
There's
like there is a scene.
There's a scene. There's a scene in the movie that is what the movie is most notably infamous for, but it's not a torture. It's not an exploitation movie, I should say. I think that's a better way of putting it. It's a very, if anything, it's how you do a disturbing movie right. It's done well. It's not done in a manner. It's just like, oh hey, let's just try to shock the audience for the sake of shocking the audience. No.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, is there a Godzilla movie that you guys like that typically isn't amongst the the fandom? Yeah.
Son of Godzilla.
Yeah. Son of Godzilla. I mean, I don't see too much love for that movie, honestly. I mean,
love
it's really enjoyable.
Godzilla. It's really enjoyable, and oh, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Sea Monster too, like the island duology. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome.
I wouldn't say this one
doesn't get.
I wouldn't. Oh, that was weird. I wouldn't say that this movie doesn't get love necessarily, but I really love Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I think it's a really, if anything, I think it's okay. Shots fired. I think it's the second best Mechagodzilla movie. The first one being Terror of Mechagodzilla. I
mean, as much as I love, I'm sorry, Sean, but as much as I love Terror of Mechagodzilla, that's actually my second favorite Mechagodzilla movie. First being Against Mechagodzilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I guess then I would say I would stick with Son of Godzilla and Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla.
All right, that's good.
Because I think most people can agree when it comes to the Millennium films. I would say that 2000 and GMK are fan favorites.
All right. Okay, let's see. What do you think of the MonsterVerse Titans? I really like Godzilla's design. I think Rodan's pretty cool. Kind of mixed on Mothra. I love Ghidorah's design, and Kong looks pretty cool too.
I'd rather leave my thoughts on the MonsterVerse out of this.
Okay.
Okay, I will say this: the designs are cool.
All right. And as for like the other ones, like
I like the Mammoth one. I'll give that. I like the design of the Mammoth one.
Yeah, I really like Behemoth. Behemoth's great, and Mutos are pretty cool. I think the Mutos are pretty neat.
Oh yeah, the Mutos are good. Yeah, I like the Muto designs.
Let's see. I've seen this one pop up a few times. How would a live-action American Black Lagoon series work that's similar to The Boys? I will say that I have seen The Boys and I love it, but I haven't watched Black Lagoon yet.
The anime is pretty good.
Okay.
If you like the tone of Cowboy Bebop, I think you would like Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Favorite Mechagodzilla incarnation? Showa. I gotta go with Showa.
Toss up between. Oh man. I love Showa, but I also love Kiryu. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which by the way, Sean,
what?
People are with you when it comes to the Kiryu films.
Nice. Well, when I say Kira, I'm mainly talking about Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I'm not
right.
not crazy about Tokyo SOS. I think Tokyo SOS is okay, but a huge downgrade. I think overall, though, I'd still lean a little more to the Showa one. It's the Showa Mechagodzilla. I mean, come on.
Right.
Screw the Heisei design. Actually, no. Screw the Heisei movie. Ugh. That's the way you feel about Destroya is how I feel about Mechagodzilla 2.
Yeah, I feel that. Favorite tokusatsu comic.
Draco Azul.
Yes, Draco Azul. Which you can buy issues 1 and 2 on Amazon and Comixology, and there's also Full Metal Chronicles that I still need to read, also available on Amazon. But I guess if we're gonna throw manga in here too, I really like the Attack on Titan manga. It's gotten so good lately.
It's ending soon, right?
Yeah, it has like 4 chapters left, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, like it's ending real soon. Let's see. Do you think the majority of American adaptations of Japanese IPs miss the mark on what made the original special in the first place? Yeah, like
Yeah, I would say
I
so.
mean, I have like a big wheel going in my head of American adaptations of Japanese properties that didn't quite go so well.
Well, if I could turn this
Yeah.
into a positive, I will say this, and I'm not specifically talking about American adaptations, but manga adaptations. I have to say, I used to be in that camp. Admittedly, there's like, oh, live action manga adaptations are terrible, but then over the years, further broadening my cinematic scope, I'm like, no, there's actually a lot of really good manga adaptations that are live action
Honestly, yeah.
movies. Lady
Edge of
Snowblood.
Tomorrow. Yeah. We're talking about American adaptations here.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. Edge of Tomorrow is really good. I love that one. Alita Battle Angel is pretty good. Shame that they're not going to do a sequel thanks to the whole Fox and Disney merger. Yeah. So I can't really think of anything else. But yeah, I really like those two.
Yeah, most of the live action.
I'm sorry, Sean. I thought the live action Ghost in the Shell was pretty good. I really enjoyed that one. It's kind of bugging out again, dude.
No, I was completely silent. For a reason.
But it was also your screen was also frozen for a moment, so I was a little confused.
Did you see me turning my head in complete silence with this look?
Yeah, and then it like froze on that for like a good 15 seconds.
That sums up my thoughts on the live action Ghost in the Shell movie.
I mean, it's not great, admittedly, but it's
okay.
pretty.
It's better than the Devilman live action movie.
Anything is better than Devilman, Sean.
Yes, like Devilman Crybaby.
Yes. Let's see. Have you seen the Godzilla 1998 animated series? Yes, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
I watched a bit. I watched a little bit of it. It's all right.
All right. Favorite soundtrack from a Godzilla movie? I'm gonna go ahead and say Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Oh no, Godzilla 1984. The soundtrack for that is really good. Like,
yeah,
I really like how dark and foreboding it is. Like it's great.
I have to go with the score for The Return of Godzilla. I mean that is a phenomenal music score. I mean, if it really adds to the atmosphere and tone of that movie.
Oh yeah, like it absolutely does.
Especially during the rampage sequences. Honestly, a lot of my favorite Godzilla movies, like as much as I love Akira Ifukube, a lot of my favorite Godzilla scores a lot of them are also ones that Ifukube didn't score. Like I love Kawatone's score for GMK.
Oh yeah.
I love Michiru Oshima's score for Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Which I will say, my favorite Godzilla theme is Michiru Oshima's.
Oh yes.
Oh, and Takayuki Hattori's score for Godzilla 2000 is great.
Oh yes, love that one. Also love I love Masaru Sato's score for
Oh, yeah.
Son of Godzilla and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. I would say like
Yeah.
when it comes to Ifukube, you know, a lot of my favorite Godzilla scores are pretty much from Ifukube are pretty much in the Showa era. Like the score for the original is phenomenal. Score for Mothra vs. Godzilla is great. Terror Mechagodzilla is fantastic. Not the biggest fan of his Heisei scores. I think they're a little too repetitive and redundant.
Yeah.
No, I'm not to disrespect Ifukube, but
Right.
it just the music in those movies in a way is kind of almost representative of the downgrading quality of the Heisei series after Biollante in a way.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. 1 second here.
Just a heads up, I will have to leave in like 10 minutes. If that's cool.
Okay. And it's totally fine, and it does look like the stream is a bit slowing down when it comes to questions. So I mean, wouldn't hurt. Let's see. Just kind of looking through here. Thoughts on Attack on Titan Junior High? I have the first volume. Yeah,
Is this what I think it is?
it's basically it's basically a junior high AU version of Attack on Titan. I haven't watched the show, but I remember reading the first one. Yeah, it's a manga and anime.
Oh my god!
It was the anime came out during that huge gap between seasons 1 and 2 because like because the reason why season 2 took so long was because they waited for Hajime Isayama to make more material to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not too big on Junior High, especially with how great the manga is and how solid the anime is and how unironically great the live action films are. So yeah.
I'm not too big. I'm not too big on Junior High either. I prefer college. I deserve to be booed off the stage for that.
Boo!
Boo! Boo! You stink!
Okay, let's see. Favorite human casts in Godzilla movies. I'll let you take the floor on this one, Sean.
I mean, the cast in the original is great. There's no doubt about that. A really underrated human cast, though, I would say. I love the human characters in Godzilla 84. I think they're very well-rounded and well-developed. I think Goromaki is a great protagonist. Professor Hayashida, if anything, I think Professor Hayashida is a good update to
Dr. Serizawa?
not Dr. Serizawa, who was Takashi Shimura's character in
Professor Yamane.
I think he's a really good update of Yamane in a way.
Oh yeah, he totally is.
And need I mention the Prime Minister, played by the greatest actor of all time, Keiju Kobayashi.
Oh yeah.
What about you? What are some casts you like?
I really like the cast for Godzilla 1984. Let's see. I really like the cast for Biollante. I like the cast for Against Mechagodzilla, Final Wars. The Mechagodzilla movies have a great cast. Gigan has a great cast.
GMK has a great cast.
Yep, GMK.
Oh, I really like the characters in 2000. Godzilla 2000.
Godzilla 2000.
Need I mention Katagiri?
Oh, Hiroshi Abe as
Hiroshi Abe, man. Hiroshi Abe.
Yeah, Hiroshi Abe. Yeah.
While we're at it, what are your least favorite casts? I have a few.
I mean, Godzilla versus Destroya. I personally don't find anything interesting about that cast.
What about that one character who could have escaped very easily, Dave?
Oh, that character? Who is she again?
She's related to related to Emiko, right?
Oh yeah,
Or
I forgot she was in that movie. What the hell?
I would say, yeah, Destroya. I really don't like the characters in Raids Again. I think the characters in Raids Again are really forgettable. I would say the characters in I really don't like the characters in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. That's the problem. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pretty much say pretty much all of the Heisei human casts
Past
after
Biollante.
at post Biollante.
Yeah.
Because if anything, the problem with those casts is like there's only two characters I can think of off the top of my head. Shindo, who I will say was a good character, and King Ghidorah.
Right.
And Mickey, but that's it. That's
Yeah.
literally all I can think of in the Heisei films after Biollante.
Let's see. Repost from a while ago. Legendary comes to you with a blank check and says, "Make the next MonsterVerse entry with you as writer, who directs, who scores, and who stars."
Oh boy.
Okay,
I don't have an answer, so I'll let you take this.
Okay. Okay, with me as a writer, Shinya Tsukamoto as director.
Oh wait, we're talking MonsterVerse, so I couldn't tell if this was a Hollywood one or.
But you see, it's a blank check.
Oh.
Meaning, I can do whatever I want with it. So
okay, then yes, Shinya Tsukamoto.
Shinya Tsukamoto as director. I want to see Kawatani do another Godzilla score.
Yes.
And then preferably some fresh faces as like the stars.
Get that guy from Killing and The Last Samurai.
Oh, I completely forgot his name because he's also in the third live action Death Note film.
I'm gonna look him up right now.
Oh, I'm looking him up right now too.
Get that guy. That guy's a really good actor. Sosuke Ikematsu.
Sosuke Ikematsu. Yes, get him to star.
Yes.
My boy's all grown up.
They grew up so fast.
Yeah, like I remember you telling me that. I completely lost it.
Your boy grew up to be in a Tsukamoto movie.
Yep. Let's see here. Best Gamera Kaiju, not including Gamera. I love Legion.
Toss up between Iris and Legion. Although I do love Gauss.
Yeah, Gauss is pretty awesome. Let's see here. Have you heard about the canceled Godzilla movies or Godzilla movies that were never made? There are lots of Godzilla films that that were either reworked into different films or just never got off the ground. And I've actually had a lot of people ask me my thoughts on all of that. But I'll just say that it's probably something I'd rather make a video on just for the heck of it. What about you, Sean?
I liked a lot of the ideas that were scrapped for Destroya.
Oh yeah, especially with Barubaroi, I think was his name, which is basically a kaiju version of John Carpenter's The Thing, and they also had Anguirus and Baragon in it too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea for Godzilla versus Godzilla, where the spirit of the original Godzilla possesses Junior. I really like that idea. Okay, Davis, we talked about this. War of the Gargantuas, Nick Cage, Brad Pitt, directed by Tim Burton.
Well, Brad Pitt is
Okay
a
then.
fan of
Oh
Brad Pitt
yeah,
is a fan of War the Gargantuas. Have
oh
you
yeah,
seen that? Have you seen that video
yeah.
of him
I saw that video of him. It's
with
like
the
it's like the first movie he ever saw, like
when
ever.
I saw the bad when I saw the bad Gargantua and the good Gargantua fight it out.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you can look up this video of Brad Pitt talking about War of the Gargantuas, it's so like there's something so endearing about it, and just the
Oh,
look on his just the look on his face.
he plays it so straight too.
Yeah, he plays it so straight, and he just looks so happy talking about it.
Yeah. uh, but yeah, Tim Burton is also a big fan of War of the Gargantuas, and Nick Cage. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
Nick Cage loves him some Godzilla. So,
I'd be interested in Nick Cage. I don't know if I'd want to see Tim Burton directed, just because. Let's say Tim Burton hasn't exactly had a good track record lately.
now, you see, I think Nicolas Cage would be a pretty good Gyra
Oh
because Brad
yeah,
Pitt kind of looks more like Sanda, and
sure.
Sanda is really getting on my nerves about eating humans, and it's really pissing me off.
And I don't know if you heard, but the words get stuck in my throat. Oh,
Yeah.
that was cringy.
Yeah, I think next time you do that, you just have to yell it in a Nicolas Cage voice. And the words get stuck in my throat.
Scraping at the gargantuas.
The scraping against my throat.
The words are scraping against my throat. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth?
Stream bugged out again.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Sean, you're bugging out on my end. I'm sorry.
But, can you hear me now?
Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I was trying to do that. You stole the spotlight from me.
Damn it! I'm sorry, man.
Sounds like fake news to me. I've never heard of it.
Let's see. Best Godzilla death.
I know he technically is alive in the next movie, but I love his death, quote unquote, in '84 when he falls into Mount Mihara.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I have to go with that as well.
Oh, and his death in the original, I thought was great.
Oh yeah,
just that blood curdling roar he lets out when the oxygen destroyer is killing him.
Oh yeah, it's very. I mean, just very somber too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read any comics / graphic novels? Primal Warrior Draco Azul, now available on Amazon and Comixology, issues 1 and 2. And there's also Full Metal Chronicles available on Amazon, which I still need to read. Yeah, gotta plug Andres' stuff, even if he's not here.
He's here in spirit.
He's probably asleep right now, considering he's in Japan. Yeah, so yeah, he's with us in spirit, and
he's the comic book writer of Gifu.
He sure is. Let's see here.
I do have to go pretty soon.
Okay, all right. I think the stream kind of came to a pretty big slowdown. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here too.
You're gonna end it here, okay? Because I was gonna say you can keep streaming if you want.
So thank you all for coming. Sorry I couldn't get to all your questions. And Sean, would you like to make your exit?
Happy New Year's, everyone. Hopefully, to everyone out there and being serious, have a good New Year. Let's really hope that 2021 will be a year of healing from the stress that 2020 caused everyone, and I hope everyone stays healthy and stays safe, and may 2021 be potentially good year. Emphasis on potentially, please.
Yeah. uh, um, what he said. Let's hope for greater things next year. Let's hope for, I'd say, big changes, but I'd say considering the scope of things now, it may be a bit tough. But let's aim for progress
In time.
Yeah.
Time.
So thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you all so much for your support, and Happy New Year.
Check out Davis's Tea Public.
Yes, please do, and support me on Patreon. So take it easy, y'all.
And live action Attack on Titan's good.
Yes, it is.